All righty, panel, the blindfolds all on?
Yes.
We got some wonderfully interesting challenges. We'll have a famous guest challenger a bit later on, but right now, let's see what you can do with our first challenger. Will you come in and sign in, please? All right, panel, as you, I think, know, we have put your blindfolds on because there is an area of identification, which, by the way, in this instance, is inclusive of the hometown of our guest, which would tend to give too much away. We can't tell you what the area of identification is that might have revealed too much to you, but we've put on the blindfolds just so that you wouldn't have any added advantage. I'd ask our guest to be familiar with our scoring system. Are you? Good. If you're familiar with our scoring system, let's let the folks here in the theater and those of you at home know exactly what our guest's line is. All righty. Panel, we want to be helpful, even though I dare say you're not too happy about being blindfolded. So I'll give you some information. Our guest is salaried. And now let's start the general questioning with Arlene Francis.
Is our guest one who is easily recognizable?
Wait a minute, I gotta
Did
get
our
that.
guest grunt?
No, that was was that a yes?
Mm-mm.
That was a no. Our guest is our guest.
Our guest was certainly recognizable to the audience, John.
Well, I will say this, Miss Arlen. I think we do have to give you a no answer because of the general character of your question.
Now, just a minute, John.
Yes, just a
I don't want to start an argument with you, but when I say is our guest recognizable, that would mean that if he were dressed in a motorman's uniform, he would be recognizable as a motorman, which is what I meant.
Well, considering the
Now I get a
explanation considering the explanation which you have been kind enough to give, I think it's only fair to say go ahead.
Well, this means that our guest is wearing something other than the ordinary gray flannel suit.
Well, now, don't let me mislead you. I considered your term of reference adequate in this instance. In other words, I took it to mean that if our guest was in a certain setting and was recognizable, then in that instance we would consider he was generally recognizable.
Could I make my entrance all over again? Are you wearing a costume of any kind, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Is it amusing?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a costume that you would wear to entertain in?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a costume that might be seen either on a stage or in an arena or at a circus?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a performer?
Mm-hmm.
Do people pay to watch you perform?
Mm-hmm.
That's jolly good, isn't it? Do you perform in a circus?
Mm-hmm.
I asked that because the circus is coming to town, I know. And I believe the first performance is
He must
for
be here ahead of it.
the Police Athletic League. Are you a clown?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're a sad clown?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Arlene, I must say you have identified the line of our guest. Would you guess now as to who it might be, just for fun?
Well, the first clown's name that comes to my mind is Emmett Kelly.
And Emmett Kelly it is. You've been making him look sadder and sadder.
Oh, Emmett, I am sorry. And you know, I understood. You're not allowed to speak with your makeup on, are you, Emmett? And it was very hard for him to say, even, wasn't it, Emmett? John, John, give
Yes,
him the $50. He's
yes,
in big
ma'am,
trouble,
no
and he's got a
problems at
new
all. There
baby.
it goes. I would say that, yes.
John, would you
Bennett.
make up like this next week?
Would I make up like this next week? Actually, I'd try it if I thought I could come out this well, but I'd probably just look dull. Mr. Kelly has a certain wonderful talent, all of his own, that makes that... Yep, he's got that talent. There's no question about that. Pretty good? Yeah. Same tailor. Huh?
Same barber.
Christian Dior. Yes, Fred?
He looks like a sponsor I used to work for.
You mean, Fred, that the sponsor that you used to work for looks like this now?
After I left him,
After
yes.
you left. I would just say one serious word. I had a lot of fun working with the circus last year and met Mr. Kelly then. And he's a very remarkable gentleman. I suppose his modesty is in a way born into him, but it's enforced also by his silence. He was a cartoonist. He's a fine writer, beside being probably the greatest clown there is today. And we think it was wonderful of you to come and spend a little time with us. And I'm sorry
And he's
about...
a daddy, too. He has a little clown.
He's a daddy and has a little clown, too. And so, Mr. Kelly, for all of us, may I say thank you. Wonderful to have you with us, and would you say good night to the panel?
Really got to that
And as they say, turning two or three phrases, clothes make the man.